What's up, you guys? So it's the third time filming this video. The second time I was literally on the last book, and someone walks in my door like they can just run the world, starts talking, so I don't want to deal with that right now because it's really hot and it was really cold at the beginning of the week. It was like in the 40s, which is like perfect. I love that kind of temperature. The colder the better. And now it's in like the 80s over like 3 days, so that sucks. But yeah, I did get a bunch of books this week that I'm really happy for. I guess I'll just get right to it. From St. Martin's Griffin, I got Soul Thief by Jana Oliver, which is the second book in the Demon Trappers series. The first one is The Demon Trapper's Daughter, and if anyone's read that or this one, let me know how they are, and I'll probably start this series soon. I read the prequel story, which was really good, so. And then from HarperCollins YA and middle grade book division, I got a surprise package from them, which includes 5 books. They all come out in January. The first one is Kiss Crush Collide by Christina Meredith, and I guess this is supposed to be kind of like Perfect Chemistry. The cover's a little heated for a YA book, but then it's just like a bunch of hearts everywhere else, so I don't know. They also sent The Invisible Tower by Nils Johnson Shelton, which is a middle grade book. It's the first in a series called The Otherworld Chronicles, which this looks really good. I've been looking for a middle grade book to read, so this is the perfect opportunity. And then by, who's this by? I wish they would just put the author name on the cover, that'd be a lot easier. By Rob Reger and Jessica Grunner. It's Peace of Mind, which is the 4th Emily the Strange novel. And I haven't read the first 3, so I promised this to another blogger who has read all 3 and has reviewed them, so. And also from Harper, I got The Secret Sisterhood of Heartbreakers by Lynn Weingarten, which is mostly contemporary with like a little bit of paranormal thrown in, I guess, which it looks really good. I hadn't really heard anything about it before I got it, but now that I read the back and stuff, it looks really good, so. And finally, I got Love and Leftovers by Sarah Trigge, I don't know. And it's told in verse, and it's a contemporary, and yeah. So, thank you, Harper, for those 5 books. Then, Veronica Wolf, author of, I guess I'll show you the book. She sent me Isle of Night, which is her new book. It's the first in the Watchers series, and it's YA, even though the cover looks like these people are old, but, whatever. And it's the first in the Watcher series. It's about vampires, and it's supposed to be really good. And it just came out on Tuesday, so go pick it up. And she also sent a sampler book, which includes 7 books. It's called The Best New Young Adult Paranormal Reads. That's a great, catchy title. And it includes Firespell by Chloe Neal, Falling Under by Gwen Hayes, Flying Blind by Deborah Cook, Blood Ties by Mary Mancusi, Isle of Night by Veronica Wolf, and Dust by Joan Frances Turner. So I have most of those, or I've read most of those, so I don't think I'll really be reading the sampler at all, but it was really nice of her to send it with the book, so. And from Rachel from the blog Fiction, I got 2 books this week, both hardcover. She's really awesome. You should go check out her blog. And the first one is The Hidden by Jessica Verde, and it's the 3rd and final book in the Hollow trilogy. Here's the first 2. I haven't read the first 2, but they're a lot bigger than this one. This one's like 400 pages. The first one's like 600, and the second one's like 500. So they keep getting smaller, which, whatever. And I've heard they're good. I've heard mixed reviews on them, but L.J. Smith blurbed the first book, so she's like my favorite author, so I'm gonna have to trust her opinion and think that these are gonna be good. And I have the whole series now, so. And then from Rachel, I got Sweet Venom by Tara Lynn Childs, which is her newest book, and it's about Greek mythology and a bunch of cool stuff. And what's cool is when you take out the hardcover, it's like that pretty. So yeah, this one looks really good. I love Tara Lynn Childs' writing, so this will probably be awesome. It's the first in a new series. The second one is called Sweet Shadows, and that comes out next year. So yeah, thank you, Rachel, for those 2 books. And then since Borders is closing, I got 3 books this week, and I'm gonna probably hit it up again next week, because mine, they haven't set a close date for it. I know a lot of them are closing this weekend, but mine still says to be announced. So I'm assuming I have at least this weekend and probably a few more days next week to go get the rest of the books I want. But I did get 3 this week. The first one is Defiance by Lily St. Croix, and it's the 4th book in the Strange Angels series. I have the first 2, I don't have the 3rd, but this was there at a really good price, so I'm like, hey, better buy it. And I've heard that's really good. It's been compared to Vampire Academy a lot. And then I also got Vampire Beach 2, which includes the 3rd and 4th books, Ritual and Legacy. They're about vampires. And it says the final 2 books in the Vampire Beach series, but originally the series was published with 6 books, so I guess they're not publishing the 5th and 6th anymore, or republishing with these new covers and stuff, which, whatever, it's their choice, but that's kind of stupid. You can make more money, or lose money, I guess, but I just wish they would publish the whole series so I can read it. And finally, final book this week is Drama, The Devils and the Diva by Paul Reutides, and it includes the first 2 books in the drama series, The Four Dorothys and Everyone's a Critic, and they're obviously playing off the whole Glee thing. It said that, I think in the catalog it said, inspired by the hit TV show Glee, but this series was written a long time ago. It was written a few years ago, so I'm pretty sure Glee's not what caused it to, like, I'm sure it's what caused it to be republished, but they're not just like copying Glee. And it's not about a Glee club either. It's about like a drama class or something, like acting. So yeah, so those are all the books I got this week. I really hope it gets colder soon. Right now I'm reading Moonspell by Samantha Young, which is really, really good. It's an indie book, and I'm reading it on my Nook, and it's really good. You should all go check it out. Hopefully I'll finish it tonight, even though it's a pretty long book. So I'm like 2/7 done, which isn't that much, but I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna leave. So bye. Thank you for watching.